Someone has written me on. I'll just read the letter. Um, the letter says, "I'm at my lowest point where I'm extremely depressed and going through a financial catastrophe. I am on the verge of homelessness. I have lost my faith in God. I do not believe in Him because He allows things like this to happen. People will first think that it is I that have brought this into my life. In fact, I can take some of the blame because I entrusted certain people with everything in my life, but for no moral or ethical reason for them to do this to me. I did, and by the way, if I'm moving back and forth, it's because the camera is right in front of the question. I have a tripod right in front of my face here, so if I'm bobbing back and forth, that's why. Anyway, going back to the question, uh, I did as moral people would do, which is trust, love, and be loyal. All that for this to happen to me, I am open to any remedies as that I seem to lose control of my emotions and break down. Please help. I'm absolutely open to any and all solutions without restrictions. I am of Mediterranean descent. I have tried conjuring and summoning spirits, and I'm giggling at trying to conjure and summoning spirits. I do not recommend anybody trying to summon and conjure spirits if you don't know what you're doing. So please, to the person who wrote this, I'm not going to give your name, of course, it is a personal question, but please do not try to summon spirits unless you've had years and years and years of training. Let's start with the first part because I feel that immediately I'm getting the sense that this is a part of your awakening process, and I hate to always fall back on that, but it seems that many of us who are going through the quote unquote global awakening, universal awakening that is happening to humans here on this planet, as we begin to shift into 5D consciousness, as we begin to evolve our consciousness, evolve our DNA, and break free out of the constructs of this 3.5 dimensional illusion, somehow, some way, our subconscious or our higher self or the universe itself sees fit to kind of take your life and, like a snow globe, shake it up, have everything shaken up, thrown all over the place, and fall in a new pattern. So, for example, myself, 10, 15 years ago, back in 2002, 2003, wow, that was quite a while ago, I ended up losing my business. I ended up losing my home. I ended up losing the friends who I thought were my real friends. And I too felt very, how shall I say, resentful at their actions, for lack of a better term. I feel this is a part of the process. It's not an easy thing to go through. I have compassion and empathy for the person going on through this dark time in their life. But I will say there's hope. Please do have faith. You don't need to necessarily have faith in God. You're talking about losing your faith in God. I also lost my faith, my spirituality during the beginning of this particular process. And again, it's kind of to change the way we define ourselves. Our story is being changed. When someone asks you who you are, and I say this quite a bit, when someone says, who are you? Tell me about yourself. We immediately have a story that we tell: who we are, who our friends are, where we live, where we work, what our beliefs are. And this is a part of that awakening process to break away from that ingrained story that we've created for ourselves. It's almost like we're reprogramming ourselves to allow a new possibility, to allow that new possibility into our life. So I understand that while you may have lost faith in God as you know Him or her or it or whatever, just know that you must have faith in yourself and have faith in the universe, and please have faith in the process. Again, it's never easy to go through these types of situations. What I would recommend, what can you do? Any kind of solutions? You may have lost faith in God, but I will tell you what helped me when I went through this. And I know people are going to giggle and may not agree with me, but I'm going to say this prayer. I prayed to the goddess. I prayed just having that conversation with something that is beyond me, something that is greater than me, something, uh, a higher power, for lack of a better term. Whether that higher power is you, whether that higher power is a goddess or a god, whether that higher power is just the universe. But pray, have that conversation, put that energy out there, and if that's exactly what's going to be happening. When we pray, whether you want to believe you're praying to something or not, you're releasing energy waves. You're praying for help. You're praying for your life to get better. You're literally sending intentions out into the universe, releasing energy that's going to create a ripple and is going to hopefully bring some of what you are praying or intending back into your life. So if you're too broken, if you're too sad, if you're too dark to focus and create a positive intention, then surrender to prayer and just send out what you need into the universe, and you will be very surprised of what's going to come back to you. So by all means, pray. If you can, learn to meditate. I know it's cliche, I say it all the time. Learn how to take a deep breath, learn how to focus on your breath, learn how to quiet your mind. And if anything, one of the other suggestions I have is to help other people. When you focus on helping other people, not only does it distract you from your own problems, you're also creating positive karma, positive waves of energy that are going to return to you. So begin to volunteer. Try to help someone who's worse off than you. Again, it creates that contrast where you're seeing, well, my life isn't that bad compared to so and so. And I know that might come from ego, but if anything, it reprograms the subconscious into bringing hopefully a sense of gratefulness, gratitude into your life. Well, I'm grateful I still have my health. I'm grateful I still have a home. I have a roof over my head. I'm grateful I still have family. So I hope some of these suggestions are helpful to the person who wrote this. And if you're not watching, I will make sure to write you back and send you a clip, this video clip of me answering your question. I do believe we can all help each other as much as we can in this lifetime.